So we are. First of all, I'd like to say, I don't know how the conversation went from where it started, which I think that we, within the sewing circle here, know where it started. I don't know how it went from that to where it is now. I think probably because of misconceptions of what has been said, um, was taken off to another tangent. But I'll say this, that one of us here has said, as I have, that this subject was not originally broached, nor was it intended to be broached. And in fact, the very much the opposite of this subject was broached. But since this subject has been brought to the public forum, I feel that it needs to be addressed, especially since there's perceived accusations. Um, so the freedom-minded, Gadsden flag waving, facial hair wearing, AK-47 toting, red-blooded freedomers that have no concept of any of freedom other than their own specific parroted concept is the doom of America, because that person, aforementioned person, is not willing to hear someone else's um, definition of freedom. And in fact, they are hindering the liberty of others by not allowing that. That's the point being made as I see it. Well, to address the this point, since it has been broached now, um, we are all participants in this social contract, this that we call America, and by participating in that social contract, we are bound to certain duties and responsibilities, um, duties and responsibilities that haven't been filled for hundreds of years, or at least a long time. Um, I want to say that let's just, well, here's the thing. A lot of you other people that are watching this outside of the discussion here don't understand necessarily that this is and I think maybe I'm going to choose the right term here, but essentially is a theoretical or an intellectual discussion of the subjects broached. Um, and I think that some have missed where that line is, and people that are part of the discussion and people that aren't have misunderstood where that line is of this particular subject. So, uh, I think there's sometimes we sit down and we we talk privately amongst each other, honestly and openly about real subjects that we feel, that we really need to do. And like I'm saying, we are normally talking about the opposite of what I'm about to talk about. Okay? But, like I said, since the subject has come up, we'll talk about it. So, it has been said that you can take your automatic rifle and go stand before the Supreme Court, who determines the law of the land, interprets it, and shake it and wave it at them and yell all about your rights and the Second Amendment and telling them you can fly. And they're going to come back to you and say, no, you can't because of this and this and this and this. Well, I think that the social contract in which we are engaged in, I believe, clearly states that we are to alter or abolish our form of government and put up new um, safeguards for our liberty and our posterity. Something to that nature, I think, is the quote. Um, and I don't think that, I guess this is kind of a, I'll make another video about this, I guess, but the Constitution and the Bill of Rights is just a piece of paper. That's it. Piece of paper with some ink on it. That's what it is. Just because it's written down doesn't change the fact of life. I can sit here all day long and write the sky is green, the sky is purple, the ocean is teal. No, the ocean is teal sometimes. I can write down anything I want, but it doesn't change the facts. The fact is that when I was born, when you were born with inherent rights. Rights that are yours, that in my opinion are God given. If you don't believe in God, they're natural rights. Those rights are inherent to you because you are a human being. It doesn't matter that you're an American, an Indian, a Russian, Japanese fella, a New Zealander, a Frenchman. It doesn't matter. If you're a human, those rights are yours. And no matter what is written down, those facts don't change. What does change is the level of slavery that you're willing to endure. I don't say, um, I don't say things here because I'm just making them up. Because and I don't think that oh, my opinion is the only right one. Um, do I, and really, really, whose ideas here aren't parroted? Parroted. Really, I mean, do you think that you or anyone else here is you have something new to offer? Probably not. Most everything that's really been discussed has kind of already been laid out already by somebody else. So, I mean, you can think about it, sit down and come up with the same stuff that someone else has come up with, but it doesn't mean that it's original. Someone else has already thought it up. I think that um, we are doomed, and it's not because 330 million people can't be convinced that a certain way is the best way. I think we're doomed because the 3% of the people that do matter, that actually can make shit happen, uh, are not willing to sit down and understand each other always. So I guess I agree with that point. Um, I don't know. I guess this video kind of sucks, but it's what I got.